Good afternoon, fam, and welcome back to GodSpeed, where we provide you a weekly market overview for the Lexus LC500. On tonight's episode, we have our market overview for November 17th, along with a video walkthrough of our top 3 picks of the week. So, absolutely heard you all, family. I appreciate the feedback. You asked for, instead of that still image, let's absolutely walk through some of the video and the pictures of the top 3 picks of the week. So we're absolutely rolling that in this week for you, and we'll do that going forward. I also have a new segment, right, that we're calling the LC500 pick of the week. So I'll be walking you through that one. This week it happens to be my car. And then I've got a special feature. I want to show you guys this new product called Elvin carbon fiber, right? It's not new in a sense. He's absolutely made a name for himself on the market, but he's absolutely newer to me, and I would love to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to see a little bit of his work, specifically what he does for the LC500. All right, fam, let's get into the episode for tonight. But before we do, I greatly appreciate the support. Take a moment, do me a favor, hit that like button for me, subscribe. Let's go. All right, fam, let's get into the top 3 picks of the week. So first one here is the 2018 Lexus LC500. This is being offered by Chevrolet out in Norwich. So $59,998 gets you this beautiful 2018. This one absolutely is the, let's make sure, this one's the sports package, right? Because we've got our interior. But what I love about this one, though, is that for the low price, we've got 39,000 miles on this one with a white exterior, the Riojo red interior, right? This one's got a clean title, 0 accidents, and 1 previous owner. I mean, I think this is a tremendous value. Now, interestingly enough, it's not the cheapest LC500 on the marketplace. The cheapest one is about $52,000, but that one is almost at 100,000 miles. And so what I really wanted to do is make sure that I was able to bring you guys, for my low end option tonight, something that absolutely was both a good pick, but also, a great value as well, right? Again, I just, the white ones are obviously very, very much sought after, especially the red interior. The sports package, you got to love that one because you get the step up from the aniline, which absolutely nothing wrong with the aniline interior, but you get that aniline, that Alcantara inserts on that one. There's that $39,000 there. And again, this one looks like it's in great shape. I think I see 1 or 2 keys there. Yeah, this is a great pickup for that price. I mean, nice engine bay there. Again, I think family, honestly, it's got some Michelins on there. That's a good buy. So, the reality is that I think, you're going to pick up these cars. I don't care where you get them. Not every dealership is going to prep them, with the most details possible. But for $59,998, which is showing right here to be about $4,000 below market, I think you got yourself an absolute steal. And let me just double check and see if I can confirm. Yeah, 8 days on Car Guru. There we go. I was trying to see where this was. Okay, so this is in Connecticut. Yeah, so if you're anywhere in that Connecticut area, then check out Scranton Chevrolet of Norwich for that deal. Okay. All right. My next option is actually this 2022, which is really amazing because we got a 2022 here. This one's actually a touring package, unlike that one we just saw. But this one's the Nightfall Mica. It's got the black interior in this one. Before I jump over into the other photos, though, I just want to call out, beautiful Nightfall Mica 22. I think this one is a part of the what's that package where you get to build your own, the bespoke package, because you can see right here it's got those 21-inch upgraded wheels that came on the Inspiration series for 2021, I think it was, when it was all black and it has that carbon fiber spoiler leaning off the back of it. So you absolutely, I know a lot of people love those wheels. you know, I still personally prefer the traditional ones, but I do like these, especially if you're looking for a black wheel. I think this one lowered would look a lot better because I think these spokes would look really good without that big gap in there. But yeah, I mean, I love this color combination. We got the carpet and the weather mats in there. 2022, sitting on Michelin's. This one's got the aniline interior, so that's why we know that one's the touring package, right? But what's amazing is that this is absolutely 31,000 miles on this one. This one is absolutely the cheapest 2022 you're going to find on the marketplace, coming in at $79,996. So absolutely, absolutely love this option as well. Okay. And then the last one that we have here for tonight is a really exciting option because, you know, we got a 2021, and I'm always keeping you guys up, you know, up to speed on what's going on in the 2021 marketplace. But I mean, this one, not only is it that infrared, this one is the actual performance package, right? So we can see with the retractable spoiler right here, it's going to have the carbon fiber top. You can tell too, and I looked in the piece here, that this guy's got a lot of aftermarket goodies on this car. All right, and I'm going to run you through those here in just a second. But I mean, this car looks absolutely immaculate, right? You've got the black interior, got the aniline, of course. I mean, obviously it's got the suspension on it already. You got the aftermarket wheels on it. I mean, this is a beautiful find. And guys, coming in at $71,500, this, my friend, is the absolute cheapest 2021 I've ever seen on the market. And it's also the cheapest one on the market currently. And it's got all of these goodies to boot, right? 46,000 miles on this one. You know, for a 21, that is a little bit on the higher end. But I'll be personally honest with you. I think all the goodies that this person has invested in this car is absolutely worth maybe the, you know, the higher miles. There are some other options out there that's a little bit higher in price, just by about $1,000. That'll get you something that is lower miles, but you know, clean, 0 accidents, 2 previous owners. Let me talk to you about these goodies because, right, when you come down here, you know, he just put new brake pads, new steering wheel, just replaced under warranty due to leather starting to peel off. Okay, all right, I was about to say, what's the deal with that? But we got a couple rock chips in the front, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that is what it is, and I think you're going to see that for the most part on a lot of these vehicles, especially if they've been lowered, right? But those BC Force 21-inch wheels, man, I'd love to get those, pull those off of them. I mean, they look absolutely beautiful. He's done the ceramic or the vinyl wrap on the top of the car where the katana blades are, so where it's chrome and silver up there, he's wrapped those. He's done the ceramic pro coating. He's done ceramic tint, got paint protection film on these different parts of the car, and then the carbon fiber overlay on the chrome piece of the tail light covers. That's probably coming from our friends out there at Carbon Addicts. And then same thing with that lower grille coming from Carbon Addicts. But, you know, guys, I can tell you right now, you know, just a rough draft at what he's invested in his car, you know, you've clearly got probably 10 grand. I mean, and that's being conservative. You've got 10 grand worth of goodies in order to get that bad boy to sit just like that right there. And I'm lowballing that, let me assure you. But if you are looking for a custom option and you want it done right, I mean, you're gonna be hard pressed to find one that looks this good. So absolutely take a look at that. $71,500, 2021, Cary, North Carolina. Absolutely come out of here and give him a call. Now, one extra one here I want to talk about tonight really quick is, you know, I always try to bring the inspiration series to you guys, and we absolutely have one right here. And so it is a higher priced, right? I mean, this one, this 2018 is actually about $500 less than the 2021 we just looked at. But again, this one has some unique aspects to it in the fact that it is the first year. It's the year one edition, right? You got that beautiful structural blue that everybody loves, right? You've got this bespoke interior that everybody loves, right? And, you know, you just can't find it anymore. You got the OEM carbon fiber spoiler on there. You know, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this absolutely has some suspension on there. More than likely, this looks to be just a spring replacement. But man, that color's beautiful. And there's that bespoke interior with the white, the blue, and the red. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got the carbon fiber seals in there as well, showing you that you've got the Inspiration series. I mean, I got to bring this one in front of you guys because they are rare when they hit the market, right? And so the last time we actually saw one of these on the channel, it was coming in at about 72,000 something. So this one's 70,000 flat. I think, yeah, if you had cash in hand, 28,000 miles on that one, family. If you got cash in hand, I don't see this one being hard to negotiate a little bit more as well. Oh, this is actually at Lexus of Rockwell. Okay, you know what? It all depends on how much they're aware of what they have and how long has this been on the it's only been 20 days at the dealership. But if you guys are still looking at this thing and it has not dropped in price by the end of the month, I think, you know what, either Thanksgiving or the week after Thanksgiving before we go into December will be a great time to pick this one up. Okay. All right, fam, that is our market review for the week.
GodSpeed's Lexus LC500 pick of the week.
All right, fam, let's get into this new segment, right? The LC500 pick of the week, right? So it won't always be my car, right? Because there's a lot of beautiful LC500s out there to kind of showcase week over week. And sometimes it might actually end up being a video from YouTube because there's a lot of great content out there as well. But this week, family, I just want to bring and put in front of you, vehicle. I actually took it out for a spin about a week or so ago. And ended up backing it into this little parking lot here and just love the shading that I was able to capture at the time of the day. Ever since I purchased this vehicle, right, obviously one of the things I really wanted to accomplish was creating something that looked a little bit more enhanced than the traditional LC500, something along the lines of that S Sport flair. And so, for those of you who haven't had a chance to watch some of the previous videos, right, absolutely wanted to, when I got this car, I wanted to insinuate the curves a little bit by just putting, a modest kit on it, right? So I ended up doing the lower lip kit right here from Maxton Design. It goes all the way around the car and it just adds just that little bit of highlighter. I don't know if you guys drew cars back in the day like I did, but they were never this detailed. But I always would come back and just put a little bit of outline on the bottom of the cars just to give it a little bit of effect. And I think that's exactly what this kit's done. Right. The next thing I did was actually got the windows tinted. So these are legal, 33% in Georgia. I went with the ceramic so that we could block out as much heat as possible because, my gosh, these summers are getting ridiculous out here just with the intensity of the heat. I'm very happy with that tint as well. And then, started to look at the aesthetics on the vehicle. So these come with quite a bit of gap in the wheel well. And even though we got some huge 21-inch wheels on this car, being able to lower it with the coilovers and dial it into exactly the right height that I wanted was very important for me. So I went with the RSR coilovers and very pleased with the way those turned out, right? Also, I wanted the look of aftermarket wheels, that stance rather, so that they come a little bit more out to the wheel well. So I did end up going with some Makita 15 millimeter spacers. A lot of conversation about the 20 millimeters, and I won't lie, I almost pulled the trigger, but with the low setting that I like, knowing that you do hit a couple dips and stuff like that on the highway, I think I'm pretty pleased with the 15, although I won't lie, there's a part of me that would love it to be just a little bit more flush, especially on the front. But I'm very pleased with these Akeda, spacers that I put on there. Went ahead and got the the calipers painted red, just to kind of pull out the red that's on the interior. Not to mention, I just love a white, black, red kind of themed vehicle. So definitely went with that, and I'm very pleased with that, with the Lexus white lettering on that. And then, more recently, you guys know that we actually absolutely insinuated a few pieces on the car that were either black or chrome with some of the carbon fiber pits from Carbon Addict. And so, we got the eyelid covers that kind of extends that black light, or the headlight out a little bit. We got the carbon fiber lower grille, which absolutely darkened the grille, and you can see that from the photo here. We got the carbon fiber mirror caps. Those sit on there beautifully, installed perfectly. And then also you can barely see it on the back there, but we got the carbon fiber spoiler, which is got to be my favorite piece from Carbon Addict thus far, just because that's a net new piece on the car and I really loved it. All right, fam, that's my pick of the week. I mean, I hope you guys like it. Drop me some comments. Let me know, also too, this would be a great opportunity for you guys to share some stuff. So if you come across an amazing LC500 video, or you come across an amazing pick, or you got your pick that you want to share, man, drop me a pick and a comment in the comments below, and I'll absolutely make sure we get your photos on the segment as well.
GodSpeed's Aftermarket Showcase.
All right, fam, we got the Christmas season upon us, right? Black Friday as well. And, I know a few of you all are going to be looking for some goodies for your LC500. You might be passing on a few ideas to some folks to pick up some things. So I wanted to start this new segment, at least try it out, where would love to introduce some of the different products and opportunities that are out there in the marketplace for the LC500. This week, I'm extremely excited to present to you guys Elvin carbon fiber. If you guys have never had an opportunity to look out in some of the more custom carbon fiber spaces, Elvin has absolutely made a name for himself. I actually ended up coming across him because I was looking at a RCF that had everything carbon fiber. I mean, all the interior trim pieces, the actual vent, pieces, everything was immaculately done in carbon fiber. And I was like, I hit the guy up and I was like, hey, man, your car is gorgeous. Who did your carbon fiber? Because these are obviously custom pieces. And he put me on to Elvin. So absolutely reached out to Elvin. I haven't had a chance to, partner on any parts just yet. And once I do, I'll absolutely make sure I bring those back and review those like I traditionally do with you all, right? But, after talking with Elvin, I'm saying, God is definitely a really good guy, solid person. And I just wanted to kind of put out here some of the items that I'm already personally looking for my vehicle. So if you own this vehicle, you might be looking for some of these options. So enough of that talk. Let's get into the products. So one of the, the interior of the LC500, interestingly enough, does not have a lot of carbon fiber, which is rare. Because when you look at the RCF and you look at the GSF, especially the GSF, right, you do see more carbon bits on the interior. And while I will not take that away from Lexus, because I think they absolutely did the interior beautifully, I do believe that it could be insinuated with a few carbon pieces added on. And so one of the pieces that are available in the market for our car is the carbon fiber shifter or the shift knob here. Right, and this is one of the products that Elvin absolutely makes. Now, in my car, it's black leather, so there is absolutely really just, one option that makes sense for me, right, which is to have the carbon fiber backing and the carbon fiber front, okay, and you can see the carbon fiber front here a little bit better. This is the cleanest option for my car. Now, I will say this, however, that for individuals who have the toasted caramel, I've seen some really beautiful, renditions to where they leave the back here as is with that toasted caramel leather. And then on the front, we make that carbon fiber. And so that looks really nice as well. Pretty sure Elvin can do something like that for you. I do have a few other makers that I'll be probably getting in front of you guys here in the next coming weeks as well. That I think one other carbon fiber individual that offers shift knobs. So I'm pretty sure if you talk to Elvin about what you're looking for, if it's something a little bit more custom, he can absolutely look into that. Also too, right, if you've got he's got an order form, right? So if you got any special ads like different color weave or anything like that, I'm pretty sure you can get that in front of him. Make sure he accommodates that for you. Okay. So this shifter knob is actually $440 from Elvin. So if you're looking for a beautiful addition to your interior on the LC500, absolutely consider Elvin's carbon fiber and this shift knob. I think it's going to make a really nice addition. Okay, next up is the actual shift paddles, okay? And, ours from the dealer or factory, they come in a nice polished material. And I'll be honest with you, a part of me for the longest didn't think I was even going to touch those because I like the materials that Lexus has done. But, going with this, adding a little bit of carbon theme, right? Now that I've got some carbon on the exterior of the car, I'm absolutely looking to put a couple pieces on the inside. And I gotta say, these carbon fiber shift panels, I think, are going to make a really nice touch, to kind of heighten the not the luxury as much as the exoticness of the interior of that car, right? And what I do love is I love these little accents for the plus and minus in red, particularly because my interior is red. But I think, there's a couple, there's a yellow one right here, which I think looks awesome. I think for if you've got the all black interior, that yellow is going to pop. If you've got the toasted caramel, I think that yellow is going to pop, right? But those are absolutely some additions that I think, you can look into. And these are about $330 from Elvin. So, one cool thing I really think that this right here is going to do, especially, we're going to talk about Elvin's final product here in just a moment, but let's just say you're looking for a little bit more on the affordable end of how you can change up your interior a little bit, change that steering wheel so that it's not all leather and shiny material. For $330, I think you got a tremendous opportunity right here. You pair it with the $440 shift knob, and you got some nice pieces of carbon that just talk slightly to a bit of modification from the OEM standing. Okay. All right, and then last but not least is the holy grail, if you will, right? I mean, a lot of us are on two sides of the fence with these steering wheels, right? It's I would never touch it, or it's man, I would love to get me something that gives a little bit more of a, a custom look to my interior. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm right dead slap in the middle, right? The more I look at these, the more I'm really becoming convinced at how nice they would be for the vehicle. Obviously this one right here with with that 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 blue, white, and red interior that we talked about yesterday or earlier on the three picks for the week. I mean, this right here would look beautiful. Here's a great conservative black look. Now, what I love about this right here, and I won't lie, something like this right here would probably be the direction that I would go, either this one or the one I'm about to show you. But what I love about this, and I want to call out, is that you see it's got a flat bottom, okay, which is very much, in the exotic space, right? Those steering wheels with the flat bottom. I really like the attention to detail. So, Elvin, great job on bringing in that racing inspired stripe at the top, 12 o'clock of the steering wheel. I really like that. And, we got a little bit of carbon fiber here, but we're not overdoing it, right? I mean, this right here is going to be a fit that if you're more along the conservative side of house and you want people to not just be overtaken with the fact that you got a custom steering wheel, but once they look a few times, they're like, hey, wait a minute, that's a custom steering wheel. I think this is your route to go, right? And then this one right here, I think is extremely sexy too. I mean, gosh, again, more conservative look on this one. This one, now that I look at it again, I think this would probably be the way I would go. I like it because it's all black. I love the carbon fiber at the top and the bottom, leather on the sides, and I love that we added the stripe to the top as well. You know what I'm saying? To me, this nails all of them. Now, Elvin, I don't know if you're doing anything carbon fiber with that little piece of plastic that sits right here, but that might be a suggestion, right? I don't know if it's overkill. One other thing I would love to see too is, and I know it's going to probably take a little bit away from the steering wheel, and that's probably why not just you, but anybody who's doing these steering wheels, right? I think they don't put them in the picture, but let me see what it looks like with the actual the centerpiece back in there, right? So just so I can know exactly what it is, and no shocks, no ahs and gotchas once I install it. But now these steering wheels are roughly, he offers them in the heated and the non-heated, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, the non-heated is about $1,550 and the heated is about $1,650. So I think it's about an extra $100 if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely check with Elvin. I'll make sure I've got his details and information in the comments so that you guys have exactly his email and all that good stuff, how to get in touch with him. And listen, if you end up picking up some product from Elvin before I get a chance to, please circle back with me and let me as well as the rest of the folks here know you know, what you think about the product, right? You know, I'm looking forward to getting my hands on some of this soon. But if you beat me to the punchline, absolutely share your experience with us so that we can know. Okay. All right, family, that is our, special marketing look for the week, right? If you got some suggestions, right, especially if you got a couple things, because it's not a lot of stuff out there for the LC500. It's not as, interchangeable as the RCs are, and the GSs for that matter. So if you guys come across a couple places, especially if there's any custom work out there, please do share that with me. I'll do my best to kind of vet it out and stuff like that before I throw it up on the channel, but would love that. Fam, that is our episode for the week. I will have all the details of what we discussed tonight in the comments. You guys have a beautiful weekend. Godspeed.